Ethereum is about to test a major support level, and if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to continue watching this video. Pingu Charts here. Welcome back to another Ethereum analysis video. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio. As you guys can see on Ethereum, we have broken the exponential moving averages and we are now creating lower lows. This is extremely bearish, of course, and I mentioned that we are still eyeing this 1526 level to be tested and possibly start looking for some long positions then. There are two factors at play here, of course. Number one is that 1526. Number two is we do have a head and shoulder pattern forming, and ideally that should create something like this. If that does happen and we actually do see a break of this 1526 and that bounce around this level, that would be validated and we can start looking for some shorting opportunities once we break above this level here around the 1590s. Now, head and shoulder patterns are very tricky patterns to play. Of course, you want to be waiting for the actual move set, wait to see whether we see that rejection. A lot of traders get too greedy and they enter those positions a little bit too early. We see that massive move and it continues pushing forward, which invalidates the whole head and shoulder, and then you get a bunch of short squeeze and stop losses that are hit. So we have to be very careful before we enter those patterns. But right now you can see that we are looking to retest around that 1526, and I would be very curious to see whether we can get that retest confirmation and then that continuation. We did hit my take profit level perfectly at 1658 on Ethereum, which I did mention from all the way at 1421 would be the next level play if we broke above this 1526. And you can see how perfectly it played out. We did see that retest confirmation resistance and then that move to the downside. Now, does this mean that the Ethereum run is over? Not necessarily, right? If we do see that fake out on this head and shoulder and we continue pushing higher and find this 1658 as support, then we can actually start to look for that long position all the way up to 1787. You guys know that I've mentioned this 1787 a few times is because of the fact that's pretty much where the move set started. And looking at Ethereum right now, you can see that we are in this inverse BART formation. If this does complete, I mentioned yesterday that if we do see some formation like this and we see a pullback opportunity, that does make things a little bit more bearish. But as long as we can have some sort of formation like this, smaller pullback and then a continuation, that would be extremely bullish. But if we do have a formation like this and you see that pullback and we actually break below, that invalidates the whole inverse BART formation, and we can definitely be seeing some capitulation happen on Ethereum. Now, over here on the lower time frames, you can start to understand that we are still in that same range. We are below the exponential moving averages, but you can start to see more bearish engulfing candles start to form. You can see we had a beautiful bearish engulfing pattern form on here on the hourly right over here. We saw that beautiful gravestone doji, that rejection, and then this massive move to the downside. We had a small pullback, and now it looks like we will be continuing to at least break below these levels. Ideally, I can expect a wick possibly down here to around the $1,500 mark, because that's pretty much where this move set started. So we can start to keep an eye on those levels. Of course, in terms of RSI, we would be oversold once we hit around these levels as well. So expect a small pullback on the lower time frames. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio, and I hope you guys have it.